from Australia. Cliff from Fall River. One brings the wild ideas. One brings that Sydney swagger. Sometimes they vibe, sometimes they clash, then they laugh it off and it comes right back to Cliff. They're miles apart. Good fun, good chat, and they're all hard. Yeah, man, is that Cliff? They're miles apart. Come on in, it's time to start. One says go, the other says nah. What? Then they both crack up. Big opinion, small little Aussie, that's the whole thing, yeah. Talk big, laugh loud, shake it out, turn it up now. Ooh, man, is that Cliff? Yeah, man, is that Cliff? Good fun, good chat, and that's the trick. Man, is that Cliff? Man, is that Cliff? Yeah, come on in, let's get into it. That Cliff, they're miles apart. Then is that Cliff? Now it's time to start. Oh. Have a nice life.
That's right, everybody. It is Sunday night. We are miles apart. We are live. I am Menace. Joining me is Cliff from Fall River. Cliffy, how you going?
I'm going good. Good week. Great show. I'm excited. Got a lot to talk about. Feels like the week. We don't see each other. It feels like forever since we've last talked.
This is the opposite of what was going on with me and Mick. Because when I would come in with Mick, he would complain I hadn't stopped messaging him all week, and I'd probably send him 2 SMSs in a week. So we recorded on Wednesday. We've done a great couple of shows in the last week.
I know. I just a few shows apart. It just feels a while. I get antsy.
You missed me.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, we talk every day. I talk to you more now than anybody else in my life. But yeah, excited.
We have a lot to get to. So we have listener questions. There's Spaces news. There's Minifan news. We've got Mutt's sex life to get into. I know you cannot wait to talk about that. I've rattled Jolene. I've rattled the little troll from LA. She's all over the shop. So I've got a few clips to play. But before we get into that, a tweet shocked the universe on the weekend. So now Matt from Providence, who I had a great time with in Laconia, terrific Minifan. He's one of the OG Minifans. Like from the very beginning, came across to Kirk from EEI, was part of the network very, very early on. Then he had got a girlfriend and then disappeared for a little while. Then he had a child, I think, with this said girlfriend who became, I think, his wife, and then he came back because you become a dad, you get bored, you got nothing to do because you got children, can't live your best life. So he started emerging again in the Minifan world. And I'm going to put out this tweet now, but I want to say he put out on Twitter recently that he's lost his mother quite suddenly. So I just think I'm going to take that into account. I'm not going to go too hard on Matt because he's going through a lot, and maybe this. Yeah,
well, be careful. He's also my teammate.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I love him very much. He's close by to me, so yeah, I know. Yeah, I sent my condolences to him after his mom passed. Sucks. I feel so bad. I know they're going through it.
Did he get back to you, unlike Matt?
He did. He said thank you, and just usual, whatever. But yeah, go ahead. You can read his tweet. It was. I hope I was.
I just want to send my love to Matt, though. It's terrible losing your parent. It is really hard when it's sudden and you've got no preparation for it. It's so shocking and it really rattles you. And I lost my dad suddenly, just got a call that he died. So I do empathize. It's a really hard thing to go through. Everything's hard. Whether you know it's coming, whether it happens suddenly. But anyway. So here's the tweet from Matt, who put this out, and I think it was after I'd maybe put up a tweet about Jolene and Jess Machado, but this is from Matt. It's honestly sickening what the Minifans have become. A bunch of homosexuals salivating over Karen Reed's horde of cum dumpster armchair detectives. The desperate need for approval from anything with a CUNT is so goddamn pathetic. I'm not worried about that word. I just don't want to. I think Spotify can get funny about that word. Anyway, whatever.
That's a tweet.
So that was from Matt from Providence. Let's go through it. Okay, so it's honestly sickening what the Minifans have become. I don't think the Minifans have become anything. I think the Minifans are just drifting a little bit. Kirk put the show on hiatus. People are looking for drama. People are looking for fun. And so you're sort of drifting around the internet a bit aimlessly. But that's what happens when the show goes on hiatus and you've got two producers who couldn't give a shit about the Minifans. And don't cultivate the community.
You think he's talking about anybody in particular? Any two Minifans in particular? I think he's talking about.
Interesting. I don't think so, but there's obviously some notable ones. You've got Kane, who's now on with J7 all the time. You've got Freddie, who did the show with the Harbour Lounge, Scotty from the Harbour Lounge. You've got myself. Okay. I went on Jess Machado's network. You've also got Montante, who's shacked up with Nurse Kim. I mean, there's some notable. There's some notables personalities.
Yeah, I don't think he means the Minifans in a whole. I'm looking at this at a different lens. You remember when Kirk started with Barstool, we had a group called the Mincels.
Yes.
Started. I believe, was it John and Scranton started that group? And with, and then, the Minifans and the Mincels, two groups fight. Now, it was always about Kirk. But I think, like you're saying, there's people branching off. The OGs are not, they're like old school baseball. Don't want to change. Don't, I don't think, there should be any like women hate. I think there's a little bit of that, but people have gone all in. Kane's going all in. You're starting to drift to the dark side as well.
I am not drifting fucking anywhere. I am just
fighting battle.
My own path.
Ladies and old ladies in LA. I don't even know how to.
She's not an old lady.
Huh?
She's not an old lady.
Well, she dresses like she's like an old hippie. But anyways, that's your battle to fight. I'm not jumping in there. But I don't know. I don't think the tweet came from a place of grief. Maybe he's had enough. He don't tweet much. The man does not tweet much. When he tweets something, he means it. That was definitely a mouthful. Some poignant words definitely in there. But hey, I love it. Stir it up.
He made a point. You didn't make a point then, so you could learn something from that tweet. Now, a bunch of homosexuals salivating over Karen Reed's horde of cum dumpster armchair detectives. So, that is a shot at Nurse Kim, who is Montante's fiance. So I think that's a bit of a low blow from Matt from Providence. And I thought about this a lot, and because what's happened is organic. And when Kirk created the Miniverse, Kirk wanted to create this world. He wanted to create characters and shows and have this sort of organic Miniverse going on. But when you create something like that, you can't control what's going to happen to it and where it's going to drift. And the show's gone on hiatus and things have naturally, organically kind of merged in places. And there's obviously seeds of it. Turtle Boy and Kirk have that link from a long time ago. And we're going to talk about Kane clutching to that like he's never going to let that go. His loyalty to Turtle Boy over something 10 years ago. But, there's that link between the communities, and then there's the fact that it's in the same area. And then there's the case, which dealt with the Birchmore thing. So, you can all say, like Matt from Providence and Kirk, you can be a little bit uncomfortable with the people merging, but in the end, you can't stop it. And it's not forced. So maybe when Jess Machado, and I'm a big fan of Jess, but when she's jumping over Cinema's coffin to try and get on the Kirk Minahan show, maybe that's not the best way to go about it. organic coming together, and spaces, people sort of ignore spaces, but the fact is a lot of us have just been talking in spaces from both communities night after night for month after month. So there's this kind of organic crossover. Plus, I'm a Caniac, so I started watching J7's show, and you start to know the faces and the names. But there's no desperate need of approval from any of these women. Like, we're just having a good time, Matt. If you don't want to play in that section of the internet, don't do it. But it's actually not harmless. And I would say to Kirk in particular, a lot of these people really look up to him. A lot of these people know how good he is. They know, what he's achieved. And there's an immense respect for Kirk amongst a lot of these people. So, that's all I'd say. So I sort of take that as an emotional lashing out, because he's like, why isn't Mena's fucking tweeting about Minifan stuff? Instead, he's tweeting about fucking Jolene and Jess, and Kane's talking about fucking Baker with J7 every night, and Freddie's talking about Scotty in the Harbour Lounge. Where's my Minifan world gone? And psychologically, he's just lost his mother. He probably wants the Minifan world. I want the Minifan world back. I want the show back. But Kirk is having a break. He's doing whatever. Good for him. I'm just killing time. But I think this was, no gatekeeping is needed. A lot of these new fans want to listen to KMS. They now listen to it. Kirk has always said he doesn't want to gatekeep. So let's just drop it. Let's drop the gatekeeping.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think Kirk gives a fuck who looks up to him. You keep saying show's on hiatus. It's back. It's back. We're going to get something tomorrow. It's back. But
are we getting something tomorrow, are we? Did he say that?
Yeah, we're getting another actor, I believe.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're not getting a KMS show, but the show is on hiatus. It's just popping in. There's nothing happening between shows. There's no real social media buzz. The producers are in holiday mode. So he is he's dipping his toe in the universe, but it's not the same. Even if it came back once a week, I would hope there'd be a bit more vibe to it than there is right now. Not that the shows are bad, but clearly it's a drop in and drop out. It's, Kirk's hardly on Twitter. He might tweet a couple of times a week now. Yeah. Which is fine. Kirk, take your time. Absolutely. But I just don't like the gatekeeping and I mean, is the Karen Reed world batshit crazy? Yes. Are these people crazy, the Minifans? Yes. I mean, the other night, like J7,
it's a perfect marriage.
The show doxed about 15 people in one episode of her show. Like, it is wild. I actually like to keep my distance. I like to just skirt around the edges and have a good time. But
me too. No, it's it's two worlds that are meant for each other, and we'll all be together sooner or later.
I mean, I'm going on Jess Machado's show this Wednesday, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, Wednesday morning. And people go, oh, you're so sad, man, it's going on Jess Machado's show. I know I'm going to get it from the Minifans. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, you say yes to things in life. That's my matter. Say yes. No,
that's negative. A different audience.
No closes doors. Yes opens doors.
Absolutely. No, I love it. Do it, please. I get invited. I would do it too. It's a different audience. People, we're trying to grow, branch out as well. It's not, we're not honed by Kirk or anybody else. So yes, branch out. She has a huge audience. Those girls do numbers, all of them. So fucking kudos to them. They found their lane. They're in it, and we can be on the outskirts, you can dip your toe, you can make friends. I'll go to I think Kane at a like a meet and greet tonight.
Is he now? Really? Is it a funny meet and greet? He's got to get laid somehow. He's just banging some like middle-aged woman right now. In the toilets at some bowling alley, roller skating alley.
Looked like a nice place. I think it was in Boston or something. But yeah, no. Well, maybe we could do like a meet and greet at the coffee shop. I'd be in for that. So go on, spread the word of miles apart. Let's go.
Okay, good. All right, now you put this. We're going to come back to spaces, and I've got some Jolene clips to play. But for those watching on YouTube, I'm putting up a photo here of Cliff's hot tub. So for those listening, that's why I'm commentating, because as everyone knows, this is a podcast which we release on Mondays. We record live on Sundays. But yeah, this is the hot tub that Anastasia cannot wait to see you in.
Yeah, so cracked it open, got it cleaned up, getting it ready. A little bit of elbow grease in it. Did not look like that when I opened it up. I had some leftover water
Looks
from
like
the
a
previous year.
spaceship. Doesn't look very comfortable.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a seven person.
Are you a swinger?
Comfortably. No.
Oh, I thought
But it's funny when we bought this house that we live in. Were two pine. There's the number of the house is a pineapple, and there was a pineapple doormat. But has to be upside down. Is that correct? That's the official symbol
I'm not
of
a
swingers.
swinger.
I wouldn't know either. But upside down
Get John
pineapple
from Scranton in here, host of Meeting of the Minds.
is he a known swinger
He's a
with
certified swinger.
with his missus?
Yes, I think he prefers to just bring in another female to their arrangement. So
I'm sure every man prefers that, but
yes,
she's lovely. I met her at Laconia. Yeah, she's great. She was great personality, great girl.
fantastic.
Good for him.
Anyway,
God
that's the
bless him.
spa. That's the spa.
That is it. So it's not cold enough yet. I'm just getting it cleaned up, ready. Probably a few more weeks. We'll just throw some water in there, and
Great.
we'll get in there. I'm thinking of doing. So you know, how KFC from Barstool, he does his 1 minute man.
Yes,
I would like
do.
to do my hot tub takes.
Hot tub takes. I like it.
Hot tub takes. 30-second take. Bang.
Honestly, that's a great idea. Dan Doherty needs to talk to you about his ideas because Angry Dan, that fucking loser Australian, he's started doing burger reviews in Australia, ripping off Dave Portnoy, and he goes, I'm just going to take one bite. That's going to be my thing. I'm like, that can't be your fucking thing because Portnoy does that, you dickhead. It's like, I'm just trying to like do a bit like different burgers. Shut the fuck up. That's great. Hot tub takes. I like it.
All right. Yeah, but we'll do those. So I'm gonna need you to help me out. If we're gonna do takes every day, I'll need some help. But yeah,
You're not inked up. You've got no ink, do you?
none. I'm a virgin. No ink,
And
no piercings,
no nipple rings, nothing.
nothing. It was something like young. My father said like people with tattoos like are bad people. Yeah. So. And then as I got older,
Fair enough.
I didn't want to like pay for pain. You know, you have ink
Yeah.
or just piercings.
I've got my animals' paw prints.
Okay. Okay.
There they are.
See, that's cute.
My cat and dog.
Did it hurt?
Not too badly. The one hurt a little bit more, but I'm a real baby when it comes to pain, and I was fine. So if I can take it, you can. Now, I logged on to the notes maybe yesterday that, you know, we have a miles apart sheet that Mick never saw in his, 6 weeks on the show, but you've been very good going in there. And you put in resignation letter. And I thought, okay, here we go. Is Cliff going to do another bit and threaten to quit miles apart? What have I done to upset him behind the scenes? What did I say? What's this letter?
All right. I don't know if you want me to read it. So I was sent. So a previous job of mine, here it is. I worked for a very high-end reputable auto group. They probably own 20 or so dealerships throughout New England and Florida. I worked in the corporate sector of it. So I was sent a resignation letter by an employee there recently. And her resignation letter is one of the wildest things I've ever read. I can read it. It goes on and on. But I'm just going to get to the juicy parts.
Well, I don't know, bud. You put it in the notes, so you read whatever you.
I'm going to read this because I've never heard of anything like this. I'm going to leave names out for protection. Well, it's just a wild resignation letter where the top person in the department, who's a female, just like to sleep around with all the employees, come in and brag about it, how her ass is getting eaten out in the storage closet, how the valet driver's finger blasting her in the cars that they're going to meet employees with, buyers with, stuff like that. It's a wild letter. And then on top of all this, she was stealing from them, figured out a way how to get her her and her husband's car
You need
payments
to read us
paid.
a bit. You need to read us a bit. We need
Let me
a
read this.
taste of this. Just read us a little bit. Give us a taste. I mean, Cliff, you got to come in ready with like, how are you going to present this to the audience? I know you're a newbie, but you should go through this letter and go, okay, these are the bits I want to read.
All right, here we go. She has become sexually explicit with the office, too. Blank also spends much of her day walking around the service or sales department. Blank has been in a short-term relationship with the valet driver and spends time down there with him. She has been in a relationship... I'm sorry. Here is a good part. I'm sorry for the language that I'm about to use, but this is what the office listens to on a daily basis. Blank feels the need to let us know all about her relationship with John. Blank has come into the office and told us on many occasions that she was just fingered by him in the storage closet, or that they went back there to make out. And talks about her ass being eaten. So this resignation letter was sent to the CEO and the CFO of
And
the
so
company.
you worked at this place, yeah?
Yes. I was. So
And
the person
when you were there, was this going on? Well, like,
yes.
fingered?
And this person,
Yes.
yeah, they all fucking banged each other. All these like sales people, service people, higher ups. But this girl was like, then you had the CFO, and she was under him, controlled all the money, and I dealt with her. She was a bitch. But apparently her story is she was like 400 pounds, got some weight loss surgery, went to like $180 and got better looking. And then that's it. Like her husband would go in there, they'd fight. But like I said, she figured out a way to get their car payments paid through one of the dealerships as a credit account. So like 10 grand in car payments was paid for free. This wild stuff. And after all that, she's still employed there. So my thinking is she's got more on probably, ownership,
Okay.
Don't fall asleep. All right. Yeah, I thought it wasn't my
I'm listening.
it wasn't my resignation letter. You're gonna.
Thank goodness.
I'm not
relieved.
going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Move on.
Thank you.
I've got
Yeah,
to assume
we got
you're
drops.
ready
Let's
now.
go. That's a Mick
Move
drop.
on.
Shut the fuck up.
That's a BAP.
If a Karen
drop.
Reed grifter was
So maybe
fucking
we can segue
criticized.
into that. Did you listen to your friend? He finally dropped his. I think it was 3 days late from whatever is scheduled. But according to him, he's got no schedule. It's free. But did you
is this
listen
Mick?
to any?
Yes, Mick. Yeah, I
This
did
is
listen.
Mick, yeah.
Well, no, as I do not listen to Mick's show, but we were messaging, and you said he talked about me for a few minutes, so piqued my interest. So I listened, and you gave me the time code, so I didn't have to really surf around too much. But he was saying, "Oh, Mena says he doesn't listen to the show, but he was saying that the show's late." I was just pointing out you're a deadbeat loser. That's all, and you can't keep a schedule. And then he says on his show he was playing golf and he had a headache, so he couldn't record his show. I mean, typical Mick. But all I would say to him is, I heard his comments, and, your ex-girlfriend Jess dumped you because you're a loser, and MM's going to dump you because you're a loser. She's going to realize you've got no future. She can do much better, and you'll be gone ski, and you'll sulk back to the Cape, and you'll go back and record BAPs by yourself and your little doggy, and that'll be your life. So congratulations, dick face.
Still not triggered. Totally
He
over
said
it.
some shit about me, about my family and kids, which is fine. Gloves are off.
All right,
No problem.
fucking take him off. Yeah, no.
But, his
two things
family
I didn't.
hates him. Like his brother can't stand him. His mum thinks he's a basket case.
Keep going. Yeah.
Like he's just a piece of shit. And
Ah,
MM's
he went to a
gonna realize it.
concert.
And you know what? I'm
Well,
disappointed in MM. Like she
Carry
should be
on.
smarter than that. She should be much smarter than this. But the fact she's so desperate to fucking bow down before Mick and not talk to any of her friends because her boyfriend
Not
says
triggered.
not to. Like,
Right.
fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck you, MM, fuck you, Mick. Like
Yeah,
bad luck.
we're
And
getting
MM, you're an
over 'em.
adult. Like, fucking
Right.
grow up. Like you're a 30-year-old woman and you're letting your boyfriend tell you who to talk to. Like
Oof.
grow up. And you fucking know how shows work as well, MM. You know, like that Patreon episode would have fucking rocked, but you've been brainwashed by this fucking moron from the Cape.
That's all. Anything else?
Yeah, this is why I don't listen to his show, because he's a loser. That's all.
Yeah, he. Just two things I didn't like that he said. One, he was almost late for one of those golf. Like, I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't gonna go, but he found the strength of God to meet up with the boys to golf. And then he had some takes on the Clancy case. I don't really want to get into that unless you do, but my only take on that is I don't want to hear a take from anybody who doesn't have kids, one, and two, doesn't like never met with a woman who had kids or gave childbirth or went through any of that. Just don't give an opinion. It's not even worth it. So that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah. So I don't really care about that case. Just a terrible story.
Right. Now,
Okay,
why?
now-
I have a question about why is this case so publicized again? Like, we just went from Karen Reed now to this, both local around me. Like, I'm sure there's tons of shit that happened in California and other states,
Well,
Australia.
Not often a mother like what strangles her 3 kids. Like that's about as horrific as it gets.
True. Like,
And it's also
Any-
so foreign. It's so like everything. Like you can tell me about postpartum depression and all that stuff, but you know what she did just goes against human nature in such an egregious way. Anyone that's been around a mother, you know, just sees the love for their children, and for that to happen, it's a shocking. I mean, it's a shocking thing. But I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. Talk about it.
Move
Carry
on.
all right.
Thanks, Stu. That's Stu McGill. Right.
Stu McGill.
Now, so we've got a segment in the show, and it's when you ask me a bad question. So for those
Bad?
well, the first one was
I'm
why did I
fucking
get
2
divorced?
for 2.
The first one was why did I get divorced? No, like build up. No, not even like anything about just what. So go, that's fine. The next one was do I like a finger in my ass? Now, what's your question
Now-
for the week?
Which one do I want to choose? I got this lovely list in front of
I
me.
stuck
That
3 fingers up my ass just to try it on the weekend.
Did you do it? Yeah, you went right to 3. Unbelievable. And I'm gonna give you a layup one that
Here we go.
you should be able to. Like every single question I've asked you, you've said, "Well, when the last time you stuck a finger in your ass?" So, continue. When's the last time, Benners,
All right, okay.
you shit your pants?
When's the last time I shit my pants?
It's got to be recently, right?
I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What sort of question is that? What sort of question is that?
Okay, I got another one that can. It's a
That was a
two-parter.
bad Cliff question. That was a bad Cliff question. I mean, they're getting worse. Next one.
Are you Jewish? And what's that like?
Okay, well, okay, that's an interesting question. Oh, it's probably more boring. But no, I haven't shit my pants. I mean, the odd shard maybe when you're running, but come on. I'm not that old. I'm 50, not 75.
I was just trying to lead you
When was the last
somewhere.
time you shit your pants?
Here we go. Thank you. I have not shit my pants in a while, but
A while, okay. And I don't drink
It's
alcohol
one of those.
either, which
It's
is
one of those, yeah,
When
you
you
just-
drink, I guess you're more.
you do a fart.
that.
But I actually, I've pissed my pants recently. And it's on camera.
Wow, it's
So-
on camera.
So as you know, it's a great tease too. As a great tease for our Patreon. As you know, this is new to me, podcast and everything. So I'm learning as I go.
Clearly, we're
And-
finding out.
In the beginning,
Listen, there's bunnies right now like vomiting into their mouth at this conversation. I'm sorry, Moonsy.
oh
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
Moonsy, I'm so sorry. We'll get to your question soon. So in the beginning, we would do a double show. Remember, we were crazy in the beginning.
Yeah,
We'd do this show, and then we'd go right into our Patreon episode. So, and I used to drink like 4 high noons during the show. So, if you go back to our Patreon episode, our very first one, you begin to bore the audience talking about automated cars or some shit. I don't know if you remember this, a topic you brought up. So, in that video,
it was interesting. Hey, Nicola.
all right.
Sorry, keep.
Yeah, anyways. So driverless vehicles, you begin to talk about driverless vehicles. I thought, here's my chance to take a pee. I grabbed one of the empty high noon cans and I tried to pee while we were on the show. What ended up happening is I just peed all over myself. I'm sure at one point in the clip, I'm looking down quite a bit. I'm just like, oh. And
Well, we need to have a piss rule. Like if you need to piss or I need to piss, we just go, and the other one has to feel.
So that was one of my on my second Kirk show. I had to pee, and I was so scared to ask him, because I didn't want to. Hey, can I pee?
Nicola,
and then him.
I'm just talking to the chat. I'm holding to Nicola. Sorry, Nicola. I'm going to get to you and Kane. Stick around. That's a.
Is that the Irish lady?
Yeah, it's the Scotland. It's a different country.
Same shit. Let's go right to her. Enough with the piss. If you Patreon listeners, go to our first episode when Menace has to bore us with automated cars. Try to pick up when I pee myself. Send a video to our page.
And then you asked me the Jewish question, and I want to answer.
So the reason I asked you that is same time frame when I was snooping on you, I might have stumbled on to something else. I'm a fucking detective, baby. So I might have stumbled onto something else. I might have stumbled to a picture with a yarmulke in it. So I said, "Oh, is
I've had
Mr.
to lock
Menace
down my socials from you."
Yeah, you should. And does the go ahead? So
Okay,
are you Jewish, and how is that?
No, I'm an atheist. I'm not religious at all. But in 19,
so am I, but I'm Catholic.
In the 1930s in Europe, my grandfather was a shirt salesman. They were Jewish family, and he went to Nazi Germany in the 30s for business.
A shirt salesman?
He had like a shirt manufacturer, like they used to manufacture shirts.
Okay. He had gotcha.
And then the Jewish businessman in Germany told him that the Nazis are terrible and you've got to get out of Europe. He went back to Hungary. And then when the Nazis invaded Austria, he went, okay, we're done. And he basically packed up all their stuff. So my dad was only a baby, very young baby. And they got on a boat from Southampton to Australia in 1938 before the war. So they got out before the war. And then when they got to Australia in 39, and this is a pretty white culture, my grandfather just thought, it's too complicated, this whole religion thing. I'm just going to be non-religious, going to start my business and leave it all behind in the old country. And then my mother is Catholic, brought up Catholic, but she is an atheist too. So I was baptized and circumcised, but I'm not Jewish, because you can only be Jewish if your mother is Jewish. But then my first wife was Jewish, so my kids are Jewish.
Okay, all right. And were they like bar mitzvah and
No, not at all.
No, that shit. Okay.
But they did go to a Jewish school.
I'm not circumcised. You're wondering.
Jackson, neither's Jackson. Anyway, that's it. That's it. You wanted to know.
Okay, that was a great question.
Two bad questions.
Everybody wanted to know.
Two bad questions. And you're Catholic.
Yeah, but pretty much atheist at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
So Leah, let's get to this woman from Wales or Scotland, Nicola.
Yeah, well, we've got all the stuff to get into. So, firstly, Nicola, she is a fan of Jolene. She's all about the comedy. She's got a YouTube channel, and she's been reaching out to me, begging me to bring Kane in line. And telling me all about the horrible things Kane says. And all I can tell you, Nicola, is you've just got to ignore what comes out of Kane's mouth. He's just doing it to bait you. You cannot control him, but also he's a moron. So don't take him seriously. Like, he's going to say horrible stuff and, lay into veterans, etc. But Nicola, you've got to rise above it. Don't let Kane trigger you. Would you say that's good advice?
It is. He's an unchained dog. You cannot control that man. He's usually chasing his tail, but yeah. But he's a great guy to go back and forth with. So continue. We need Canes. We need more Canes, as far as I'm concerned. More.
Well, I was hoping Nicola would be our Scottish correspondent for Miles Apart, because Miles Apart, we need
everywhere.
Someone in Scotland,
all the continents.
Aruba, I'm in Australia, and we can start to expand. And I think Nicola would be a perfect Miles Apart correspondent.
I would like that.
To have a good time. She's all about the jokes. So am I. I'm a
Let's
comedy
fucking
guy.
go.
I'm 98% comedy.
Yep. Other 2% cry. We need a European.
Nicola's saying in the chat she's going to break Kane. Nicola, you can try, but the problem is he's just so dumb. it's really hard to get through to him.
Yeah, he's unbreakable.
And he loves attention. He's been so unloved his whole life that you just like giving him shit is fuel to him. Nicola,
Yeah,
you're
I
better
think,
off bringing your energies to miles apart.
Yes, I would love for her to be our
If we had her
European
on a show,
counterpart.
like people would understand maybe 12% of what she said. I get most of it because we sort of tuned into that here a bit more, so I could translate.
No, it's I love the accent. No, she should be our European correspondent, one in every continent.
Yeah.
So we got 2 covered.
She'd be the UK correspondent. I think we'd want someone on the I know like Americans have never left, your country. You probably think like Scotland's part of Europe, which it might be, but it's not on the continent.
No, whatever. I think she could break Kane. He's breakable. You don't think he's breakable?
Moons hates Nicola, but Moons has just got to get over it. You got to get over it.
We're trying to bridge. We are a bridge.
Yes.
We want to bridge everybody. One love.
I thought the Minifans had hate in their hearts. Boy, there's some hate.
No, these bitches can hate. I love it.
All right. Okay. Now Jolene. All right. So this is Spaces section. Now we're into the Spaces segment. What's been going on in Spaces? I will say it's been a wild week in Spaces. We've had people crying. We have had friend of the show, BDO, absolutely destroyed. I mean, it was a pylon of old pylons. I mean, Val and Machado, who I think hate each other, were like united in just body bagging BDO the other day in Spaces. And I love BDO, but he is a menace in Spaces. He deserves what he gets, but it was very, very funny. Like, I've never seen anyone take a beating like he took. Like, it was just bashed around. Like, people were just coming from all corners of the internet to beat him up. Then last night we had a famous BA space. Now, a lot of newer fans don't know who BA is. So Barstool Advisor, original OG Minifan, used to be part of Meeting of the Minds. About every 2 or 3 months, he will get blackout on something. It's usually plant-based as well as grain-based. And he will start a space. And I guarantee he will have no memory of the space. And he started off the space by talking, and this is what he always starts off. This is when you know he's blackout, Cliff, because he goes, his dream is a 24-hour Minifan network. That's his dream, right? So he starts every space when he's blackout. His dream is putting the network together. And the kicker this time was, we can make money like the Karen Reid people do, but we kick it all up to the boss. So we all do these shows. It's a 24-hour network, but all the money goes to Kirk.
No, we don't get any.
No.
None.
None.
Even the Sopranos, they keep some and they give, like 10% goes to the boss.
Exactly.
Like, you always got to get. Go ahead. You gotta hit the 10%. Once you hit the 10%, we're clean. It's our money. What the fuck?
So I was trying to tell BA that you need to incentivize people, and maybe giving all the money to Kirk is not the way to create this.
I don't think he needs it. Yeah, no, that's he can give all his money to Kirk. It's fine. But and
so
now
that's what's been happening in Spaces. So the other thing that's been happening is, so Trolleen, she's desperate for content because she can't write jokes. So she is continuing to roast people now, but she's making that more her brand. I think she's slowly giving up on comedy, and she's just going to be roasting.
She's going to be an online
YouTube.
roaster.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is fine. Right. But there's a new phenomenon happening where spaces are being recorded. Now, I don't want to point the finger because good friend of the show, J7, does that on her show. And now this has moved across to the Trolleen network where you're in a space hanging out, just thinking you have a friendly chat and say it's an unrecorded space, but there's someone lurking, recording the space. And then Trolleen, I think her mortgage or rent was due the next day, so she needed to boost funds for her bank account.
Question.
So she did a 6-hour stream. Recapping a space that I think me and Freddie started or whatever.
Now, she is recording the spaces from another device, like possibly listening on her computer and recording it on her phone. You think she's doing that?
I think if you can listen anonymously, you can record the space. I think if you're a speaker, you can't record the space. So she could be listening anonymously and recording.
And record. That seems dangerous.
Someone recorded it for her. I mean, our friend J7, I mean, she's a psycho. She recorded like a 3-hour space on screen recording the other day of Messy Jessie. So, how do I? Okay, I'm going to get into Jolene's clips. I just want to say, what do I think about the principle of spaces being recorded, whether it's a good or a bad thing? I think if you're going to go in a space on X and it's public like that, you should always assume it's being recorded.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like completely above board to be recording this stuff and then playing them on shows again when people are just hanging out, but also
because you don't get any type of warning when you enter a space. You don't get a warning saying this space is being recorded. You don't have any idea.
Well, some are and some aren't. You can set them to record and you can set them not to record. So
Correct.
BA recorded his last night, but then deleted it when he woke up. Smart. Smart when you're that wasted. Get rid of the evidence.
I'm just worried somebody's gonna get canceled off a fucking recorded space. You know.
Yeah, well, I think a warning to everybody. I know a lot of listeners to this show jump in spaces. You just got to assume now one of Trolleen's little minions is recording the space. And, yeah, anyway, here's Trolleen. I've got some stuff to go through. We'll start with this clip. So she did a 6-hour show the other day. Like she loves manners. There's no doubt about it, but let's get into it.
Oh, it's Mimi's. Mimi says Trolleen. Yeah, all of a sudden you have these very high standards, Mimi's. You're bottom feeding too. You are all sucking off of these bunions for your own, like, please, miss me with that, Mimi's.
So you can tell I'm getting under her skin because I'm calling her for what she is. She's a bottom feeder. I mean, if you're going around, making fun of, like, spaces and Jess Machado, then you're a bottom feeder. Like, that's what she's doing. She admits later on that's what she's doing, but don't try and, like, pretend she's not.
Good job there with the miles apart account as well.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
Little guy lives in my belly button. Oh my god. You're a
She looks good now.
Snowflakey.
I'm not a snowflake, but I am a soft.
You know how this all works in the Miniman Simpverse, in the Kimpverse. Knock it off, Mimi's. You've been around.
I know how it works. You
You are
can't take it when
gaslighting. You
the
are
guns
bum
are turned
fighting
on
these
you.
bitches with sad dad. And you're like, hey Moons, you're boring. Can you give me some subscribers? That's why you guys keep tagging me and shit. You want me to share your stuff.
I don't want you to share my shit. I couldn't give a shit.
I know what you're doing. It's fine. You can do it, but don't then get on some fucking fake ass sanctimonious soapbox and be like, the way Jolene's doing. There's no rules to this shit. There is no rules. You don't know anything. So stop it. Stop.
She's clearly not rattled about being called a troll at all. Clearly, I have not got under her skin at all because I've exposed her for what she is. She's just a little troll. Little Trolleen.
Yeah, I hope she shares at miles apart. Please, Jolene. Please.
She'll be on the show one day. She'll be on this show, trust me.
I would love it.
Bet.
I would love it.
Stop trying to be Captain Save a Cow. All right? She's 50. She could be your mother.
Okay, I'm 52, so Machado could not be my mother. That's just not true. I'm not trying to save Jess Machado. She's a mature woman. She can fight for herself. I'm just calling you out for what you are. I went on her network with J7 and I see what you do. It's cheap ass bullshit, which is fine. You can do that, but don't pretend to be a comedian or have any highfalutin sort of ambitions. You've realized your only lane is fueling hate towards Machado, which, Cliff, we've seen it in the Minifan world. Hate is a very powerful motivator. So, that's what Trolleen's doing. She's just, using the hate towards Machado for her own benefits because, her improv career failed.
Yeah, but love will conquer all. No, I like Jolene. I like Jolene. I can't. I'm sorry, Menace. I was watching her stream for like 2 hours. People are sending her $100 bills left and right. She's a very popular lady.
Hate is powerful.
Very powerful. Yeah.
And the one thing I will say about that stream is it was a lot of Machado hate. But if she just wants to get on and roast everybody in the free Karen Reed Minifan world, roast everybody, then that's fine. Like if you're not focusing on one person all the time, I think that it's at least better, because when you focus on one person, like you to Machado, it's actually harassment. It's not roasting. It's not fun. Like a roast is someone actually, you know, they volunteer to be roasted. So Machado hasn't volunteered. You know, you're just harassing her at this point. That's all.
No, she has not volunteered, but Jess is out there, and Jess speaks her mind very loudly and clearly. So
Yes, and she
she's
should
gonna
get some
rub.
shit back.
Absolutely. So it will.
But
To
I just
each
don't
its
think
own.
basing hours and hours of content around it is particularly edifying for Jolene.
Yeah, 6-hour
Just a little
shows.
It's a little troll.
She's a
Baramu, thank you so much for the.
Okay, now,
$5.
okay. We've got another clip here. I've got 3 clips of.
Dumpster Juice is going to start archiving the spaces. We are creating a verse. We are creating this turtle.
Yeah, so she's admitting here, like, some guy Dumpster Juice is just going to record all the spaces now. And actually, Jolene says invite her to spaces. So anyone, if you want, she'll listen anonymously, because I don't know if Jolene could, like, handle a 1v1. Like, I want to go, like, I want to talk to Jolene, have a conversation. I'm going to, like, yell and scream and call her or whatever.
Oh, let's get her on. Let's get her on.
I don't know if she can handle it, because it's very cowardly and easy.
I
to
think
just
she
sit
can.
there. Okay, well, let's see if she's got the fucking balls. She should come on and talk about it. Like if you're going to put yourself out there and shit on people all the time, then at least be accountable.
Verse. This is a good verse, okay? Tell your friends. There's room for more people in this verse.
So she wants to be the little troll for this universe now. She just wants to, which is fine. Every
Mama
universe
troll.
needs a troll.
Right? Don't listen to
Mama
Mimi's
troll.
and his little sanctimonious self. You know, there's room to find the comedy. This shit is sometimes.
Okay, so she says there's room to find the comedy. This is where I just want to pull a little bit apart, because later on, and I didn't play this clip, but she starts to go into stuff around Machado's mother and, you know, possible putting her in a home, and she gets very personal with Machado. There's no comedy there. Like, the thing is, the comedy here, there's no comedy. Like, Trolleen hates Machado. That's the thing. She genuinely hates her. I think it's a political thing, because, you know, like, Trolleen's way on the left and Machado's way on the right. So
has to be.
Trolleen is fueled by hate, not fueled by wanting to have a good time. Like, people like Mayo was saying to me, oh, you know, I used to troll KMS a lot. Yeah, but my trolling was different. It was fueled by love. Like, I love the show. I care about the show. I would do anything for the show. I love Kirk. Trolleen hates Machado, hates her with a passion. And when you start going into stuff about, oh, you want to put your mum in assisted living, like, I get that Machado talks about this stuff on her show, so you open yourself up for it. But don't sit here and go, I'm trying to find the comedy in this. Like, maybe you are, but I don't think you are. Like, you actually want to take that bitch down. Like, that's your motto. You want to take that bitch down because you hate her because she disagrees with you.
Scary and tragic, but sometimes hilarious. So invite your friends, all right? Invite the Kino guys over. Dude, I would love to see the Kino guys.
I've got one more clip of Jolene. So be careful in spaces. That's all I'm saying. I was in a space before. Jolene's probably recorded it. I'm going to play it tonight on the show.
To them, they're never going to accept you, baby.
Okay, this is actually what you wanted. This is about Pat Ford.
She's Miniman, like, she's so
And this is about how she's talking about Machado and the Minifans.
kissing ass to them. They're never going to accept you, baby.
Okay, so actually she is right. I don't think the Minifans are ever not going to give Machado shit. Like, I think that's true. Like, most Minifans will give Machado shit, and that comes from Kirk. Like, Kirk, some people are saying, like, I said stuff about Machado that I never said that Kirk said, which is, you don't want to get me confused with Kirk for a number of reasons. A, because he's way more talented, but also, I think she's right there that, like, certain, you know, but she will always get shit from the Minifans.
Yeah, no, because Kirk will never accept her. So if Kirk never accepts her, we will never accept her. You know, that's how it goes.
They're going to keep trolling your your bunions. They basically, this Freddie and Mimi's told her, like, this is what parking lot Patty does, which is exactly what I told her he does.
So parking lot Patty's Pat Ford, and
He don't care. Dude was talking about the Dabbleverse. Does anyone here know about the Dabbleverse? He was like a stuttering John simp over in the Dabbleverse. He just likes the drama. He just likes to troll. He just likes to get people going. He likes to see people go after each other on the internet. The Dabbleverse is sometimes entertaining, but it's a mess. You know? And parking lot Patty was like, I'm in the Dabbleverse. Like, okay. And then he got bored with that. And they were just like telling her all the communities this parking lot Patty has been in, trying to get his rocks off. He's just like, fuck it, you know, that's parking lot Patty. He's kind of.
So that's 100% true. Pat Ford just went into that community for two reasons. One, because he hates Kane, and he saw Kane going in there getting some love, and he thought, okay, I'm going to go and fuck this up. And he went in to cause trouble.
Agreed. That's what he does.
Boring from my taste, but that's what he does. He just likes to troll. And
that's true. He does just like to troll, and he's boring.
He's the drip. He's the drip lord.
The only thing I forgot to mention before when I was talking about Jolene is she was defending herself, and she was saying, man, as you probably don't know this because you're in Australia, but there's a whole like economy of people doing this, what she does, making fun of people on YouTube. And she compared herself to Reddit. Now, if you were comparing yourself to Reddit and saying you are a female Reddit, that's as low as you can go. Like,
that's gross.
Reddit is known for being like the trash pile of the internet. So I don't know if that's your best defense. Like, that's what you are, a female little Reddit.
That's like the dumpster right there. Come on now, Jolene. You're better than that.
Yeah. And while we're on like spaces and all this stuff, we were stitched up this week, and I just want to correct the record on air. So Peachy, who's one of these nutcases from the Free Karen world, she was doing a bun raiser on Friday night. She asked me on. I couldn't do it because Friday night is Saturday, like daytime, and I had something on. So remember when you're asking me on stuff, like sometimes it's not, it's not my night here, so it can be a bit harder. But I put you in touch with Peachy, didn't I? And said maybe you can go on, right?
Yeah, you put me into this group chat with her and Kane, and this chaos ensued. She blocked all of us, told us all to get fucked.
Yes,
and
no, that was she hated Kane because Kane said something to her in the space, but then she went on a show and said that the reason we didn't go on is because you and I love Trolleen and we're loyal to Trolleen, so we wouldn't go on with Peachy. So
maybe I am you.
Definitely not.
You fucking hate her.
Basically, I didn't go on. Well, I think we dodged a bullet with this one, to be honest. I think not all appearances are equal. But I didn't not go on because of Trolleen. I was busy, so I didn't like the lie. And then I ran into Peachy in a space last night. She goes, "I was just mucking around. That was just a joke. Some people don't get my sense of humor."
Yeah,
well, that's not. But that wasn't a joke. It's not funny.
No, she wasn't joking. She was serious. Yeah, she definitely hates fucking Kane. Yeah, I didn't want to go on either. Like, I don't want to go be a part of any fundraiser, bun raiser, bunion raiser. That's the last thing we need in our lives, is to be caught collecting money, panhandling for anybody
Bunnies.
else.
Yeah. I'm a bunny adjacent. I'm bunny adjacent. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh, I'm a bunny. I'm a bad bunny. That's what I am. I'm a bad bunny.
And Machado said, if you see her at the drive-through at Society, just tell her who you are and get in that car. Don't get in without telling her, because she's probably
get in the car. She said, "Get in the car."
She said, "Get in the car."
Okay. She's probably so she's you said she's leaned to the right, so she's probably packing.
That's what I'm saying. So make sure you tell her who you are first.
Okay. I'll say I'm Kane.
Right.
Yeah, she.
Now,
I know what time. Go ahead. No. I go about an hour after her, so I will make it a point to try to go a little earlier. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So speaking of cards, I've got my famous cricket call that was a great drop on KMS lined up for Thought I'd just drop. Here he is, near into Lenton, down the track, and that's 6. That's straight over the top onto Sydney Road, and it's hit a car. Oh, I think it's hit a car. What a way to bring up your 50.
That's a great. The visual is 10 times. I've never seen it. Can we play that again? The video is amazing.
Here he is, near into Lenton, down the track, and that's 6. That's straight over the top onto Sydney Road, and it's hit a car. Oh, I think it's hit a car. What a way to bring up your 50.
Unbelievable.
Great
That's
stuff.
great. Is that professional cricket you're calling?
That is the level below professional cricket. So it's
Okay.
like,
So minor leagues.
yeah, it's minor league, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
were, a few years ago, they got a grant to televise one minor league game a week on pay TV. So that's why they had commentators and all that stuff.
That's funny. That is quite funny. Yeah, the visual makes it even better. That was a
Right.
great job.
All right, now, Patreon, the Patreon. So, for a start, we have had, well, since our last main show, Kristen has signed up, or since our last show, so thank you, Kristen. Also, KMS FAA signed up in the last week. We're now
Thank you.
well into the 20s of silver and gold members, but we have 6 gold members. So I'm going to read them out. Linda, Diane, Stephen, aka Victor, Sarah, Jessica, and Kane. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Moons. Appreciate it. I wanted to touch
Well, Moons
something on here.
gave us some love in her show. Said it was her new favorite show, and
Yeah,
sent a
no,
lot
she
of
was
Moonsies towards to the network. And now
great talk.
we're well
Yeah,
into the 500 of YouTube subscribers. So
Well, okay, that's
if
what I'm
you
saying.
want, so let me, if you want to support the show, we would love you to join up on Patreon. There's 3 tiers. The bronze tier is just if you really don't want the extra content, like I did this for Blind Mike's show. I didn't really want the extra content, but I wanted to support the show. So I signed up for the lowest tier. So you can sign up for the bronze tier. You don't get any extra content, but it's just a way of keeping Cliff off the streets. And we know that could
Not me, my son.
Okay, Cliff's exactly. Those medical bills are expensive. Then silver and gold memberships. You obviously get the free episodes. And the great thing is now, if you sign up, because Miles Apart's been going for a while, there's a whole back catalogue of extra episodes. So, if you're looking for content, there's probably 8 or 9 bonus episodes behind the paywall now. So you've got, a week of content there. So would love you to join up to Patreon. This podcast, I'm telling you, I'm not looking to scale this up. I don't want 150,000 listeners. I just want, a small number of dedicated fans who support the show, that love the show, that want to be on this journey with us, want to keep us going. So we really need your support. We really need your support. It's not Barstool. This is not some huge show. We're looking.
No.
I want this to be a micro economy. A little.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, we didn't hit.
you
We
can
weren't
also-
live. We weren't live when we hit 500. It was
No.
shortly after the show. So, again, thank you. We didn't get to say a proper thanks.
But if you can't, jump on the Patreon, times are tough, no problem. Just, make sure on Apple and Spotify, rate the show, review the show. That helps people that are thinking of jumping on board. Share it on social media. YouTube, make sure you're liking this video. Subscribe to the channel. And as again, the roster is we're recording live on Sunday night when possible. We release the podcast Monday morning. For Nipples, he gets up 4 a.m. He's ready to go. Podcast is there for him. And then Thursday, the Patreon episode comes out behind the paywall.
Yeah, do what I did yesterday. I was at a poker game with some of my mates, and I just went up to everybody and said, "Can you please unlock your phone?" Then locked it, handed it to me. I went to YouTube, Miles Apart, subscribe. Next. Did that to about 7 people. So just do that if you can. That's all.
Yes, please. Yep.
And the Patreon, I will tell you this, that's where you get some different talks. A little unfiltered, a little deeper, a little, a little spicy. A lot. So we're not going to it's not this. It's definitely a different little atmosphere. Would you agree? I would say that.
Yes, and I'm really loving the flow at the moment. I love doing this, and then we do a Patreon episode that lives and breathes on its own. So really like it. Moons said basically that this is her new favorite show. So thank you for that endorsement. Moons has a big platform, so when she throws her weight behind us, we're going to get somewhere. And I think actually the last Patreon episode was maybe our best yet. We sort of delved into what happened with why we didn't record the emergency episode.
Release.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Why we didn't release yet.
Yeah, no, it was good.
I always put out a couple of clips from the Patreon episode just to give people a bit of a tease. So there's some clips from that. The only thing Moons was critical of the song to start the show. And, this is an original song. We're going to get video made. Luckily, John didn't do it before Mick left. So now that Cliffy's on board, we're going to have a video version with the music very soon. But it was written by Murchison's Mouse, who is a huge supporter of the show. And it's an original song. And we love it.
We love it. I'm going to play it. We're going to do it live. I want to sing it live with you.
With Murchison's Mouse.
With Murchison's Mouse. Yes. So, no, it's a banger. It'll grow on you. Trust me. I sing it at work. I sing it in the car. It's Manners and Cliff, baby. To the moon.
Exactly.
I love it.
And another thing, Moons was sort of talking about the graphics and stuff. I will say, and I haven't run this by Cliff, but with Miles Apart in particular, I've got a very much a policy of using AI as little as possible.
Okay,
now,
I saw that.
I'm not. I'm AI pragmatic. I think it's good for some things, and you can't deny how useful it can be for certain jobs. But there's a very big fan of the show, Andy Mayer, and there's a couple of fans of the show who support the show who don't like us using AI. So because they're big supporters of the show, I'm trying to limit it. I use it to get the transcription and the descriptions and time codes, but where the artwork is at, I do it. It's all done by a designer who's closely related to me, and that's why. Like she was saying, oh, you could put the flags in much better with AI. Sorry, Moonsy, we're just all our graphics are done on Canva. AI.
Listen, it's the beauty of it as well. So, no, we're our graphics are great. No, I love Moons. Like, thank you. I wanted to ask you a question though. Mutt, do you really think the man has sex 10 times a month?
Okay, well, good job. I want to answer that question. Now, let's get to listener questions, because that's one of the listener questions from one of our great listeners, Drip Stan. And I just want to say, if you want to give us a listener question and you're watching now on YouTube, you can put it in the chat now. You can put it in the chat now, and we'll get to it. Now, to your question, do I think Mutt has sex 10 times a week? Absolutely. That's twice a week. That's fine. 2 and a bit a week. That's fine.
Okay.
When you think about it, once on the weekend you're hoping, and one other time, during the week. Now, when I had little kids, was it always possible to do it 10 times a month? No, definitely not.
No fucking way. I'd be lucky 4 times a month. But anyways.
Oh, well, anyway, this is the question from Drew.
Yeah.
It's good if you read the notes. Apparently, Mutt gets it on 10 times a month. How often do you have intercourse, Cliff?
Like I said, I'd be lucky if it's 4, so that once on the weekend. We're not lucky lately, so let's just say right now, this argument's like 3. Let's set the over on at 3.
Okay, that's tough. I mean, it is really hard because you go to bed late and the kids aren't asleep, and then you're tired, and then you wake up very early. Like I would have thought, 4 5 a.m. would be your prime time. Like you wake up.
It is. It's my prime time, but it's not my other half's prime time.
Yeah, it takes 2 to tango.
Exactly. I did the old fall asleep trick, and you feel kind of gross after.
Okay, so how often?
What about you? Well, what about you? I know you got the girl.
I'm going to add to the question.
Oh, okay.
I would say I'm on a pretty good run at the moment. I would say 15 times a month, maybe.
Woo! Wow.
But I'm unmarried. Just got a girlfriend. We're still in that fairly new phase. She's not sick of me yet.
All right. Well, good for you, man. It's good for you.
Like,
wasn't
I never
expecting
thought
that.
I'd have as many blowjobs. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. But I just thought, like, if you'd said to me like 4 years ago, how many blowjobs would you get for the rest of your life? I've hit the over already.
Are you getting him in the car? Are you getting him at the beach?
No, fuck no. I'm not saying anything else either. Okay, next question from Kane. Well, I could be single after this episode now, but whatever.
Then you get more blowjobs.
She's a listener to the show, but my girlfriend is the
Respect.
best. I'm so in love. So in love. She's the best. I'm so lucky. We had a great weekend. Not talking about sex, just like beautiful weather in Sydney, walking by the harbour. I've hit the jackpot. Now, question from Kane.
Oh.
Is Cliff's non-existent presence on Twitter hurting the show?
I don't believe I'm non-existent at all. I was in a thread that took the weekend by storm. I'm trying to bring some enemies of yours over to the fold, like Red and Don the Jeweler.
So explain what happened.
I don't know. We've been spinning a thread. Me, him, Mayo, Don the Jeweler. Cullinane's in it, but Cullinane hasn't done anything. Just whatever, going back and forth to basketball. John from Scranton's in it as well. Just throwing basketball clips out there. I had to throw my video of me against 4 little kids, just to remind them who I am. But, like, I think I have a pretty big presence right now. Previously, yeah, it was pretty non-existent, but I'd say at the moment I'm very existent. Would you not agree? I'm doing double shift here. I'm back and forth to our account. What could be more of a presence? Tell me. What?
Well, this was Kane's question, so I'm not.
I'm
sure.
asking you.
I didn't notice it. I think you're doing a good job.
Okay, all right.
I saw you fighting with Red and stuff. I think Kane's upset because you're not tweeting about him or tweeting about, stuff he's tweeting about. That's all.
Yeah. I like Kane. He's fine. Him and J7 are great together, though. They are. That's a good. I like that show.
It's too much of it. You'll get better at. Okay. Your last tweet was 3 days ago.
Oh, like actual tweet, right? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay, all right. Maybe I'll. It's all right. I'll tweet more.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just reading out facts. Facts, but.
I feel like when I'm retweeting and shit like that I'm tweeting. So
yeah,
I retweet every day.
You realize you can't win with these people like Red.
I know.
Like you can't win. Like
No. Well, I'm trying.
That's what I would say to Machado. Like, there's some people you're never going to win over. Right. Red is a scumbag who let me down, and I will never forgive him for that. And I just hope his, volleyball team or lacrosse team does well and he keeps his job. That's all I'm hoping for him.
Okay, good. Well, that's a start.
He criticizes everybody, but he's a piece of shit. Admittedly, I don't think Red's a doxer.
Okay, good. See? I'm glad you got that out there. It's positive.
Yeah, and right. Moons is defending you. Moons says, Cliff was very responsive to my tweets last week. Kane can suck it. Kane can
Thank
suck
you,
it.
Moons.
And Nicola left because I was making fun. Okay, bye, you're all too wimpy manners. Like, Nicola, you cannot go, you're here for comedy. And then when I turn the fucking guns on Jolene, run and cry. This is how the game works. This is what Trolleen said. So, that was my thing. I'm just going to turn the guns back on that little troll and see how she goes. And she's struggling. But anyway, whatever. Okay, anything you want to bring up before we get to what we've been watching, start to wrap it up? Anything I've missed? You sent me a couple of links. I don't know if you want me to bring that up.
Yeah, I don't know. This thing came up about Penn State. I'm getting nervous for Kirk. Is Penn State becoming the most dangerous college in the United States between all the molestation and now?
Okay, we're not talking about Kirk's daughter on this podcast.
Cut that out.
Well, it's too late. We're live. Why did you bring that up?
Well, it's known. This is different. This is not fucking new
your
information.
Your angle is Okay, let's just change the conversation. If my son's going to university next year, like if you bring up and go, "Oh, I saw the university your son's going to," he's probably going to get murdered there and raped.
Well,
Thanks, Cliff,
I didn't
appreciate
say
the support.
murdered.
I'm trying to
It
fucking
was
sleep at night. Okay,
raped
someone's
and do
daughter's
drugs.
just removing the yes. Okay, Cliff, bad angle. Some stuff you should run by me. Next.
I'm done.
I mean, we're hoping to get Kirk on the show one day.
Never.
Never after that.
Fucking.
He's like driving to Pennsylvania right now to pick her up.
I'm fucking blocked.
She's like, "What's going on?" Cliff told me some stuff. You're coming home. You're coming home.
Well, that's what. Did you see the kid? That was like the Tony Montana. He's like, looked like McLovin from Superbad. It's very interesting.
You want me to? I'm not bringing. Well, what is?
No. We're done. Go on to. What are you watching?
Okay, what are we watching? Well, I saw the end of Oak Street last week. The movie with Anne Hathaway, another movie she's in. Anyway, it was very good. Very good. It's a dinosaur action movie. If you want a good
fun
time, a really good time. I
10-year-old
gave it in this. What?
10-year-old, would that be a 10-year-old appropriate movie?
Depends if he likes like heads getting bitten off and stuff. Like,
I think I'd be fine with that.
Okay, yeah, then definitely.
Okay.
Great movie, great fun. I think I rated it in the 70s. It's not like a masterpiece, but it was fun.
Yeah, no, I like to go see that.
What about you?
Yeah,
Oh, well, you
I
don't
started
go to
watching.
movies.
No, I'm gonna start going more though. I started watching the new season of Tires. Very funny. Yeah, very funny. I like those little half-hour good comedy shows. There's not many of those at all. But yeah, so I didn't watch.
Francis Ellis is in that, isn't he?
He is. A lot of people.
He's
A lot of
good in it. He's good.
Yeah,
in it.
he is. He is. Francis is good. His stand-up is actually not bad as well. You know, he plays the rich, privileged white guy bit. You know what I mean?
I'm on season 2 of Tires, and he played a coke addict in the episode I watched last night. Very funny.
It's good.
Because I started watching Tires too. I'd watched it and then sort of forgot about it. And then Blind Mike put out a tweet that season 3 is amazing. So I thought I'll put this on. And like you, at the end of the day, a quick little half an hour bit of comedy, great way it is to.
Exactly.
I'm more an Office fan, so I'm watching, watch The Office most nights, but I'll slip in the odd Tires.
Okay.
But, we broke the news on the last Patreon episode. The Blind Mike, I wouldn't say he doesn't like me, but he's just not really interested in the Minifans anymore.
Now, somebody else took that message. They translated it a little different, meaning that, yeah, he does hate you, and he'll never interact with us because he's not going to give you the time of day. So I found it interesting. I took it as he did not hate you, but just not interested in mixing in our world. So I didn't take offense to it either way. Yeah,
Mike's always been very supportive. He's come on lots of shows with me. We've had a great relationship, and he's just off doing his own thing now.
I was thinking about it. If the trajectory of Miles Apart follows the Blind Mike project, I think that's okay at the end of the day. Mike's built a pretty good thing over there on his own.
But that's okay. That's the thing, right? This is what I wanted to bring up with you. It's good we save it right to the end. What is the direction of this show? Blind Mike had his comedy thing. He wanted to get into comedy, and he's found that corner of the internet. He wants in that comedy sphere. But you and I, we don't really have a direction or a sphere.
Right.
When it started, even pre-you, it was like, okay, KMS has ended. This is maybe a new show to keep, communities together and give some content to people. But, KMS is coming back.
Right.
So, are we just, what is the direction of the show? That's what I'm thinking. Are we looking for it? That sort of thing.
That's a great question. I don't think we have the answer right now. I think time's going to tell for us. The show coming back will, I don't think we're never going to not talk KMS, but I don't think it's never going to dominate our show, ever. It's never going to be 51% of Miles Apart, KMS. Maybe if he fucking gives us the bad tweet of taking a break or something really bad or crazy happens, maybe. But other than that, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to find our little corner, or make our corner, one or the other. But like what Mike has done is great. I was looking at his numbers, comparing them to even Kirk's, and Mike has built something very, very good. So I want to do the same thing. What we're gonna be a year from now, I don't know. Hopefully, we're on stage at a pre-live show. That'd be pretty cool. But we're on a trajectory of like a few hundred subscribers a month. So we had a 500 goal. I think the 1,000's the next one, and then boom, boom, boom. We just build manners. We tackle all worlds. We don't say no to anybody. Anybody wants us on, we'll go on anybody. And I want to bring people on too. I like to do an interview style, not an interview show, but like get interesting people on who do interesting things.
Yes.
Learn about them and go on from there. I would love Kirk on. See.
Okay. I like it. I like your thing about making our own corner. And that's what I was saying. Like, this doesn't have to be like a big show. Like I'm not obsessed with numbers, and I just want it to be a show that people love. And if it's a really small, group of people in the thousands that love the show and support the show, and that's enough for me. It doesn't have to be about anything. I don't want it to be. Like it's so cliche, two white guys doing a podcast, just talking shit. So I want it to be a bit more than that. But, at the moment, where, it feels like the show, like there's this sort of community, and that's what the show's for. And I want to just keep building that.
And we want to keep adding people to the community, different communities, like the bunnies.
And we are
great,
going out. There's a comment here from someone, you need to go outside the Minifan world. We are going outside the Minifan world. It's got to be natural. But,
right.
I can create buzz wherever I go. Like, so.
Right. We're not going to, like I said, it's got to be natural. We're not going to force it. We're not going to dive into this bunny world and start fucking ripping Turtle Boy or go after. Exactly.
Like when J7 asked me to fill in for Kane, I was like, yes. I didn't pretend to be like a mad bunny. J7 is a friend. She's a big supporter of this show. She needed my help. I was going to do it. I'm going to do a great job. And I was going to fucking go at Jolene because she annoys me. And Trolleen deserves what she gets. But I'm not like Kane. I'm not just like, I'm going to go and do a show because they're going to give me views. Like, I'm not going to start talking about Broken Baker and all these people and shit like that and Scotty from the Harbour Lounge. But, we're going to find our way. I want this to be a fun show, to comedy podcast.
Right.
Your questions to me are very comedic, so fits in with the theme.
Well, you didn't like this week's, but fuck you. But yeah, no, and I'm willing to go on anybody's show. Jolene, reach out. We'll talk about manners. I have pictures. So.
Yeah. All right. We've got some guests lined up, so should be
okay. Good.
Soon.
Anything we can tease or no?
Not really. We'll save until it's all booked in.
Okay. All right. I like it.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning into Miles Apart. So thank you for everybody's part of the Mile High Club, our Patreon members. Good to see someone's getting some. Cliff, you have a great evening. We're going to catch up Wednesday.
Yes, sir. All right. I'll talk to you soon.